show. It's been so long.
Well, welcome to Seriously Not.
Oh, seriously not. Now I remember.
Netto.
Yeah, I did forget.
You know, I could understand your forgetfulness because you did have a little bit of an episode a couple of weeks ago. Was it a couple of weeks ago?
Oh, it's a month now.
Has it been a month?
Yeah.
About almost a month ago. Like
Yeah,
a
that's
little
why we
a
haven't
little
been here.
hiccup. A little hiccup.
Yeah.
A little hiccup called
Death. I died. Seriously.
Oh, wait, did we introduce ourselves?
No. I'm Daisy. No.
No, I'm Netto.
No, I'm Netto. She's Daisy.
I'm Daisy. And welcome to Seriously
We're
Not. For all of those who are listening. Hi.
Hi. I'm sorry I'm yelling.
I know you yell a lot.
I got 4 new stents.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm yelling.
So what happened? I tell our audience you kind of sort of died.
Well, yeah.
It's not funny, but I mean.
Well, no, I didn't kind of, sort of. I did die.
Okay, so what happened?
This
is why we haven't been on for a while, so.
It was 10 o'clock at night, and I was...
on a Thursday.
On a Thursday, exactly.
Because I was dreaming
I had
about
just
you.
gotten back from... not just gotten back. I had to do grand jury that day.
That's
so
what
did
did
it. I didn't have to go to work. So I have acid reflux, so I always get heartburn all the time. Plus, my diet's really crappy. I mean, I cook. But I cook just for taste and not for health.
Not for health. So you cook with a lot of oils and fried food.
And
I
just like French cooking, everything.
So what happened?
So I'm on the internet talking to my friend about music, and all of a sudden I got heartburn. And I told my wife, I think I got heartburn. She's like, well, you want to go to the hospital? I said, no, I get heartburn every night. She's like, well, if it travels, let me know. We'll go to the hospital. So all of a sudden, within like a half hour, because no one wants to go to an emergency room with heartburn. You know, you just don't want to do that. It's like crying wolf. You don't want to do that. So all of a sudden, my arm went numb and my jaw went numb. And
did you know at that moment something serious was happening?
Throwing up.
Oh gosh!
And at that moment, I said, Barbara. That's my wife. I love my wife. I said,
Hi, Barbara.
Hi, Barbara. I'm having a heart attack. And she's like, okay, you can't go like that. I got your clothes on the bed. And,
wow.
And,
so she changed you and everything? She got you changed? Oh, my gosh.
I can't go anywhere without her saying, the clothes are on the bed. So I changed. I came down the stairs. She was brushing her teeth. Because she was going to.
Well, you're really giving us details.
I know.
Just get to the juicy part.
This is good. Because she's brushing her teeth. I went outside and had a cigarette.
Oh my! What is wrong with you?
Gee,
I wonder why he had a heart attack.
I was kind of upset that she was brushing her teeth. And second thing is, I figured it was my last.
You thought this was it? You were
gonna... Yeah, in a firing squad, they blindfold you and they give you your last cigarette.
Okay, so you figured.
And I didn't really want to get blindfolded, so I just figured I'd just have my last cigarette. And we get into the car, and she drives me to
the hospital.
Yeah, the hospital, and we passed another hospital on the way there, but we went to the one that the insurance. And we're there, and they wanted me to fill out all kind of stuff, and I said, no, I'm having a heart attack. Excuse me.
Can I get to this later?
Yes, can we do? And then I went in, and they hooked me up with all
the EKG and
all that. Yeah, and I was there like 5 minutes in the emergency room. And they left the room, and my wife was like, I told my wife, you better sign me in now, And right in the middle of that sentence, I just went,
and you were out.
And my eyes rolled and shut, and I went into my dream. And what happened? And Barbara looked up at the monitor, and it was flat.
So you flatlined.
I flatlined. The alarm went off, and I guess she left the room to get help.
But they were already running in at that point.
They knew that because. And they all came into the room. And at that moment, I was having that death dream that you have, which is different than a normal dream because, one, it's gray and like
dark.
Eerie and dark and really quick and grainy. It's not like a regular dream. And it's
but usually if you're going up,
loud.
If you're going up to heaven, you see bright light. You were going on the other.
I wasn't going to heaven.
I'm joking.
No, but I was in my tanker truck, and it was going down Route 80 like 100 miles an hour, and I'm thinking, all right, there's a bridge at the end of 80, not a tunnel, so I'm cool. I'm cool. And as soon as I got to Fort Lee, I saw that there was no bridge, there was a tunnel there.
Oh, wow.
So I pulled out the emergency brake, and I was pulled out the steering wheel, trying to turn and not go into the tunnel.
But at that point, the tunnel turned like a grayish. Did it?
Well, as soon as I entered the tunnel, everything fell apart. The tunnel fell apart. My truck fell apart. And the next thing I know, I'm sitting up in this bed. I'm sitting up and what had happened is they had broken my ribs trying to give me compression, but that didn't work. Then they tried with the paddles
to revive you,
with
to
the
get
electric,
your heart going.
Yeah, and that didn't really work. And I think they gave me a shot at something in the heart. I think it was adrenaline or something. And I sat up immediately.
How long were you dead?
At least a little over 5 minutes.
Wow.
And so I looked up, and I opened my eyes. I was already sitting up, and I looked around the room, and everyone looked like they were horrified. They were in shock.
Wow.
And then they started applauding, and I wanted to tell them my dream, but they told me to shut up and lay down,
Because you just never stop talking.
Yeah.
Let me tell you what I dreamt about.
No, and the doctor said...
But you didn't realize what had happened, did you? Like, you just know that you woke up and you're like, well,
you're
why
dead,
is everyone...
you're dead, you know,
No, but when you
woke
woke up, you didn't realize that you had died, and you're wondering why are the doctors applauding? Like, did you realize what had happened at that point?
In a way, you kind of do, but it's not. It's in the back of your mind that you died, but it's not like, oh, I died and I'm back.
Right.
You don't. You're not thinking like that. In the back of your mind, you're like, wow, I think I know what just happened. I think, and. And the doctor told me that he had been doing the emergency room doctor told me that he'd been doing that for like 20 years, and very like three people I think were dead as long as I was, and he brought them back, and he said the other two weren't the same.
They weren't. They did
because of the oxygen cut off from your brain.
So you're very lucky because I don't want to say you're back to normal because you're really not normal. But
what's normal for me. Yes, all right.
Now, if you really started acting normal, that would be weird.
And, well, you know what? It hasn't changed.
So you feel like you're still.
Yeah. And if anything, I was never afraid of death from the time I was a little kid. I was afraid of snakes and heights and of getting hurt, or crippled or whatever. But I was never really afraid of dying. And especially now, because once you die, you realize how overrated it is. No, because it's just...
What do you mean?
I mean, I'm having a heart attack. And on TV, people they're like grabbing their chest and they're, and I just faded away. I just calmly.
So it was a calming experience.
Yeah, and
it wasn't anything over dramatic.
No one ever says that heart attacks are that type of a death, like a heroin overdose. Where you just, and it's not that I feel cheated. Of the trauma
of something more dramatic and exciting,
being traumatized. But it's if you're not afraid of death, you're even more not afraid of death. Except for the people, your loved ones, like my kids and my wife and my friends and all my relatives and stuff. You feel bad for what they have to go through because they're going to miss you.
Right.
Not that I'm the greatest guy in the world, but.
You're a great guy.
I make my
seriously.
I make my presence known, but it's a big void to fill. Only because not that I'm that good at anything, but just the fact that I'm there.
When I got the call that you had a heart attack, I'm like, oh man, he just doesn't want to do the show. No. Well, I'm glad you're okay. So
yeah, so that's that. with that.
Cool.
So what's new with you?
So listen, there's nothing going on over
You
here.
came and visited me.
I did come and visit you.
And I really appreciate
Yes,
that.
because I was thinking about you.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it really did me well. It did me wonders to see you.
Oh, you're so sweet.
I know.
Every man in my life should be this sweet.
They should. I should be.
If I had a man.
Sorry, Barbara.
Did you say you should be my wife?
No, I didn't say that.
Oh.
I didn't say
I think I'm hearing things.
that. No. You hear what you want to hear.
I hear whatever I want to hear, exactly. So, since we've been absent, we've had another Republican debate.
Mm-hmm. And I don't think it's fair that we don't have a Democratic
No,
debate
it's coming.
in between.
It's coming.
It's just too much of this, too much of that, without breaking it up with something that's just as ironically wrong in the other direction, just as much as that was ironically wrong in that direction.
Well, I think next month in October we'll see a Democratic debate, and then we'll have a bigger, clearer picture. Maybe not. As to what we're going to be facing. Come next year.
See, you're not on social media.
No,
because if you were on social media, you would think that 150% of the people in this country are extremely left-wing or extremely right-wing, because that's all that there is on Facebook and all those other.
There's no middle ground.
There's no middle ground, and
you mean on Facebook
or on any social media?
Okay,
and that's so wrong, because at least 80% of this country is somewhere in the middle.
Yes, that's true.
And when you say anything like chastising both sides evenly, or it's saying your position is I'm in the middle, it's like you're like, I can't even explain the word for it.
Frustrating?
No. What was Sacco and Vanzetti? What were they? They were not terrorists back in the day. They were anarchists. That's right. Thank you. That's Mr. Producer.
Thank you, Mr. Producer.
Thank you, Mr. Producer. Yeah, they would think they treat you like you're an anarchist for being in the middle and thinking that extreme left is just as bad as extreme right. And there was really, it's almost like it goes full circle.
Right.
In fact, it probably does. You do 360 from the left, you end up on the right. And there's people like on social media that will say to me, how come you never make a comment to show who you favor if you're on the left or the right? And I'm like, because it's all.
But isn't that a personal thing at this point?
Yeah, but you know what? You're on social media for a reason. That's the vent.
Like
you
most people do. Or telling people your business. And going
there's two sides of that. I've changed.
I don't understand the social media.
Well, I've changed my opinion on social media lately. I really look forward now to older women showing pictures of their cats.
And
people showing me pictures of what they had for breakfast every day.
Why? Can I just ask you a question?
I like that stuff.
I know we're veering away from
everything else is stupid.
But I have to say that. I know we're veering away from the subject of the politics, but why do I've never understood that. I've had people text me pictures of food, and I'm like, why are they sending me pictures of food, and why are you putting it on Instagram and all that? I don't get that.
I used to feel that way, but now I welcome it because
why?
Because
what is that all about?
Because what's the alternative? The alternative is somebody telling me that I'm a racist because I don't get involved in politics.
Was someone called you a racist because you don't get involved in politics?
Or someone telling me that they hate God because they're an atheist, or something else that doesn't make any sense to me. It's just at least a picture of their cat or what they ate for
would
breakfast.
Make sense.
It's harmless, and they, even though they're not venting, they're not
but in comparison to that ridiculousness
of
if
everything
you will,
else,
of everything else, then that's a welcome.
Where I used to think that the mundaneness of cats and meals. I used to think that was just really mundane and a waste of time. But I don't longer feel that way now, because at least I know it's not criminally insane like the rest of it is.
Do you think it's that people have way too much time on? Like, why aren't they doing other stuff than
because
just
they
doing
have
this
no
all day?
social skills anymore to talk face to face with people and look
So-
in people's eyes.
So
when they're
that
talking
brings
to
me
them.
to a question.
They're anonymous on social media. They just see whatever picture you put up to represent you.
Okay.
Which is 9 times out of 10 a picture of you when you were 18 and thin
And not what you
and
look like
thin,
now.
and you look marvelous.
We're not
now.
talking about me. I know
All
I look
right.
good.
But
But
like,
I know with the online
I
dating, which I
know.
did like years ago, and
yeah.
you know, you're like, oh, you think you're meeting this really
But
good?
so they
looking person?
lost the ability
Yeah.
to look someone in the face and have a conversation.
And have a conversation. So, do you think that? I mean, I have my opinions about social media. I think it's been so misused for wrong reasons that I just really don't like it. That's why I don't do the social media.
It's addictive in a way.
I know people are addicted.
I'm probably
people go on
addicted.
vacation and they
My
have their
wife
iPhones
says-
in their
yeah,
hands.
my
I
wife
mean, it's
says
ridiculous.
I'm addicted to social media.
Are you?
Yeah, you know what it is? I correct people. I don't know why I do this. I just troll through, and I correct people.
Like what? Give me an
because
an
I
instance,
am
for
an
instance.
encyclopedia of useless facts,
You're like
and I correct people constantly.
Cliff Clavin from Cheers.
I know, but worse than that. Like yesterday, I was explaining. I swear to God, this is how stupid I am.
What
I
did you
am
do?
explaining who Ilya Mortemets was to somebody, and to somebody else.
I don't know who that is.
Ilya Mortemets was this Russian folk hero from the 10th century that had superpowers.
Was he
Ilya
real or is like a cartoon character?
No, I thought he wasn't real, but then I did some research, and archaeologists have found his body, and they said that he was 7 foot tall. Archaeologists at a time when no one was that big. So, and
This is useless information. No, I'm
I
only
know.
kidding. No, this would be
and
help
then
like
I
we
was
were on.
explaining somebody
show.
else. Who Jaco Pastorius is, who is like the greatest bass player that ever lived, and things like that. And I'm like, why am I doing this?
Now, let me ask you a question. Were you this way before the heart attack?
Of course I was. You
Okay,
know me.
I don't
You've
know.
known me for
Listen,
like 20 years
Listen,
now.
but I didn't know that you were this
More
way
than
about
20
social.
years.
Listen,
Ooh.
I'm gonna
I knew
picture-
you when you were 10.
That's right.
8.
12, maybe.
Biblically, I knew you. We begot.
I don't know
should
what-
be in jail for begatting you.
Oh, that's not the last time.
No,
that was Laddie.
Balloon knot. That was Laddie.
I feel really hot right now.
Oh,
Oh no, let's get back to you.
yeah, okay, yes. So where were we?
I don't know.
Don't we have? Oh, that
What?
sound.
What is it?
That's that sound that we heard last time. Oh, yes. Which means it's what?
We have some cartoon characters to discuss?
Yes, and they definitely are.
No, okay. So since we last, addressed the characters, I'm sorry, candidates. we've had 2 dropouts.
Elmer Fudd.
Elmer Fudd.
Oh, and what was that rooster?
The Roadrunner?
son. No, I said son. Oh, Foghorn Leghorn.
I don't know the character. I don't know.
He was a southern, a southern politician, wasn't he? I said son. Now,
We'll ask the
here,
producer
I
to
said
look it
son.
up real quick for us, since we're so unprepared.
No, but he was. He was this rooster that was a southern politician.
Okay, I don't know that cartoon.
He dropped out of the race.
Okay, so that would be Rick
That's
Perry and
right,
Scott
right.
Walker.
Yes. What party is it? This is the Warner Brothers party, I think. Here we go.
So listen. What are your predictions for the next? We'll say the next 2 candidates to drop out. What do you predict they will be? Who would that be?
First of all, who's Jim Gilmore?
Where is he? I don't know. Is he related
If
to
he's still in it,
Happy
he better
Gilmore?
drop- I think so. If he's still in it, he better drop out.
I actually don't know that name.
Well, there's a lot of. Who's this guy?
Bobby Jindal.
Jindal.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
No, what does he do?
I think he's a what is this? Senator or governor? Oh wait, we have something here.
Oh,
Wait.
here's a Foghorn Leghorn. Here we go.
Chicken Hawk.
Chicken Hawk. That's Chicken Hawk. That's Foghorn Leghorn, who's bigger than Chicken Hawk.
Oh, okay.
I said son. Okay.
Oh, now it's ringing a bell.
Yeah, I said son.
Okay. People don't know what we're talking about.
No,
right
he was like that. He had like not quite Elvis, but he had like that rockabilly type of sound in his voice.
He was on a box of cereal.
Foghorn Leghorn? I don't think so.
No, I don't know what I'm talking about. I shouldn't be drinking
Foghorn.
while I'm doing the show.
Well, that's our bartender / producer.
He's a jack of all trades. Bartender, another shot.
Yes. Yeah, so where were we? Oh, yeah. So who dropped out?
We have, Rick Perry and Scott Walker. And my predictions for the next dropouts are going to be this guy who I don't know who he is, Jim Gilmore.
Maybe he's Italian, Gamora.
No, I don't think so.
Well, she's Italian.
Well, she's not. She's in second place now, Carly Fiorina.
Wow, an Italian running.
I think
Rubio's Spanish.
Marco Rubio's Cuban.
Cuban. Oh, that's Spanish, isn't it?
Well, yeah. I'm just being specific. He's Cuban.
Yeah.
I actually like him.
He's
very smart.
I
like
relatives that are
from Cuba.
No, they're not from Cuba. They kind of like when Sicily was abandoned back in 1900. I have relatives that went to like South America, so there's.
So you have Cuban in you? What are you saying?
Probably Argentina and Brazil and places like that.
So,
where Europeans
listen, we are all mixed with a little bit of everything.
Yes.
Yeah. But what does that have to do with Marco Rubio?
But I just was looking for an Pataki. No, he's Polish or something. Pataki.
Now we're getting into their background.
Italians on this list.
I don't know, honey. I don't
Christie.
see. Chris Christie's Italian. Is he?
Is. I think he is. He doesn't spell it like he is, but he is, I think. So you got 1, 2.
So are you voting on Santorum?
Santorum.
That's
Latin.
I don't know.
That's Latin. Well, it's not, it's the United States. It's not Elmwood Park where 15 out of 15 people running for office are Italian. And only maybe 3% of the population of Elmwood Park is Italian. But you have like 14 out of 15 people running for office.
For all our listeners, don't tune in if you're looking to get smart because Netto and I are just like. Well, I was going to say fluff talking. we did
that last week.
I know.
that was her old job before she worked here.
Oh, my God. Yeah, when I lived in L.A.
Yes.
Oh, my God. See, I'm getting hot again. See? Every time you start picking on me, I get all like...
I don't pick on you.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do, in your own way.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
No, I don't.
You know, I'm very sensitive.
No, you're not.
I am too sensitive.
Yes, you are.
Yes, I am.
I talk privately.
Yeah.
And I see that.
Yes. Okay, so don't be a dick.
See, you know what the problem
Let's bleep that out, producer.
No, it's fine. But it's a store that sells balls and stuff, right?
What are you talking about, balls?
Dick's Sporting Goods.
Dick's Sporting Goods, yes.
Yeah, I've called them up and asked them if
we have no idea.
Balls.
I'm always looking for balls at Dick's stores.
So
because I have so much time on my hands.
Yes. In fact, my son used to work at Ramsey Outdoor, and it was right next door to Dick's Sporting Goods, and they sold a lot of the same stuff. And on the Ramsey Outdoor shirt, the front of it said Ramsey Outdoor, and on the back of the shirt it said, "We're not Dick's." Oh,
that's pretty catchy.
I have that T-shirt, by the way.
I want a T-shirt, something similar to that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm all about.
Yes, but you should say the opposite.
Oh man, I really need a boyfriend.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so seriously, not. No, I really do need a boyfriend.
I know.
I know. Things are rough.
Yeah, they're rough all over.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Anyway. Mr. Producer, what are you doing now? See, look, we're talking about people on the iPhone like constantly.
I know.
That's what he's doing.
And you're too. Oh, you're too old for that. For what you're doing.
Oh, you are. We are. What are you saying? No, he's not.
Yeah, because he posted a picture of people at an event. I think it was you, and it was like young people, middle-aged people, and old people. And the old people were like just there, enjoying the moment. Just staring at it, enjoying, smiling.
And what were the younger folk doing?
They were texting what they were seeing, and the middle-aged people were taking pictures of it. So
Oh, we got 5 fingers.
Five what?
5 fingers.
We only filled up 5 minutes. Oh,
got
not
5
that
minutes?
again. Oh.
Yeah, we have to talk about stuff that we really
Oh,
want people to know.
Go ahead.
Okay, wait. Cheers.
Good, here we go.
Salud.
I love you, Daisy.
I love you too, Netto.
Oh, I don't. Remind me not to die anymore. Make a note.
I would miss
Make a
you.
note.
Make
Make
a
a
note.
note.
Note to self.
No, not to self.
Don't die. You know what? I approach every day as if it's my last. I do. I try to. Someone that I know is always telling me, "Oh, you're too nice," and especially when it comes to like relationships not working. "Oh, you're too nice. You got to be like, more of a bitch." And this, I'm like, I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be.
Bitch?
Yeah.
People tell you that.
What are you trying to say? Yeah, and I don't want to
Wow.
be that person because you never know. Like I'm very.
That's like someone telling me, "Try and be older." What?
No,
Yeah.
in other. Wait. In other words, I try to be a good person. I try to be forgiving, and I try not to hold on.
I'm glad you said that. Forgiving.
Why? I try to be forgiving.
Yeah,
Why? Are you going to do something to piss me off?
No,
Because I won't forgive you.
because, you might listen to this. What we've already done.
What did we do?
Nothing. Never mind.
Are you talking about the balloon knot?
No.
Or the fluff?
No.
What are you
no,
talking
no.
about?
No,
I'm
no,
a little bit of a
just
dumb blonde.
We only got 4. You're not.
A little bit. I'm kind of like a. I'm not. That's part of my charm.
Mystique.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm a mystery girl. Netto, if you were single, would you go out with me?
Are you kidding me? I
don't know where that came
if
from.
If I was single, sure.
Like, what would you like about me the best? Or what wouldn't you like about me? I'm trying to figure some stuff out.
You know what? I just you
don't say anything that's going to piss me off.
No. I mean, the physical part, I don't even have to say because it's that
I'm a Leo. I need to hear it.
It's a done deal. But you know what that you would keep me occupied as far as like in conversation. It wouldn't be that I'm talking to a wall.
I know. I
you would
like to
challenge me a lot, and I like that. I like that you give the facade of being very, very strong.
I do get yes.
That's a facade, though. But you do give that off, and only the elite people in your life know how untrue that is. But that's part of your charm too. Everyone wants a woman that's vulnerable too.
You want to know something? I always get a little bit taken back when someone says, "Wow, you're really strong or you're aggressive," and I go to myself, "Really?" But then I forget. Wait, that's because I don't want people to take advantage of me.
Right, of course.
Yeah.
See, I don't come across like that. I mean, I am aggressive.
No, but you're charming at the same time.
I let people go real far because when it's time to end them, I end them.
You mean you keep people at what's the word?
No, they can say or do anything.
It doesn't bother you.
It doesn't bother me because when it actually does, they're done.
I'll tell you, a lot of things bother me.
That's when they take the easy pass out of my car. And they dump their body someplace with the easy pass out of the car so I can't be linked with going in that direction on that highway or crossing that bridge.
See, now you said too much. Your Honor, I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
No, I usually like people to think that I'm fine.
They forget to take the easy pass out of their car.
See, but you watch Forensic Files all the time or Dateline Murder.
Yeah, they forget to do that.
One thing about me is that I want people to think that I'm always okay. When I'm not, like my 2 minutes. Like if I'm really not okay and I hate to lie, I'll say, like if you say, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Hey, I'm okay." But that's really code for me. Like, no, I'm feeling like crap. I'm miserable. I'm depressed. But if I'm really okay, I'll say, "I'm great. I'm fine. I'm doing good." But if I'm not okay, I'm like, "I'm okay."
See, I'm never real good and I'm never real bad.
You're kind of in the middle?
I don't even know if I'm in the middle or I just don't give a I really don't know which it is, but I do know that I've never been depressed one day in my life. Never.
That's a blessing.
I've gone my whole life without ever being depressed for 1 minute.
Really?
But I do get angry. Mm-hmm.
You have a little bit of a temper.
Yes, I have. I have done that.
But I think that's normal. That's normal. We all get angry at some point. Listen, we have about a minute.
And I don't whistle. Like a lot of foolish people, like as they walk or they're smiling when you walk, and you don't know if they just finished, doing what they do when no one's looking,
I hear
or
you.
whatever they did, but to have a smile on their face.
So Netto, we have about a minute left. Okay,
Yes.
we really talked a lot about
Nothing.
nothing, except for your little hiccup there with the
Yes.
dying and everything. Don't be so dramatic.
No, it was fun. It was fun.
But next,
Another thing is too.
What?
I've done maybe that's because it's a novelty because it just happened.
Mm-hmm.
But like 2 months from now, it'll be part of the 1,000 things that have happened to me that would be number one in someone else's life as far as being a memory or something that stands out in your mind. But for me, that's just one of 1,000 things equally that I've experienced in my life,
Right.
and and because of that, I really don't. It
No,
doesn't
I
shock.
I
nothing
understand.
shocks
I
me.
understand. I mean, I've gone through a lot of like close encounters, if you will, of my own. But I don't. It's such a It's like, oh, okay,
I've
that
had
happened,
so
but you don't.
many experiences.
And then when you tell someone like, wait, you almost got kidnapped,
and it's not a big deal. You're right.
you're like, oh yeah,
yeah. Because,
but I'm fine. I fought them off.
I'm fine. Yeah, it's one of 1,000 things I've done that were on the same level as far as importance to.
Well,
at the moment.
I want to say that I'm glad that you're back doing the show.
You want to feel my guns again?
Yeah, you want to feel mine?
Yes, I do.
Those are not my guns. Those are my
Okay.
boobs. No, I'm only kidding. He didn't feel my boobs. Barbara,
Yes,
he
I
did
did.
not. No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Are they real?
Of course they are. They're
Oh,
just
yeah,
nice
yeah.
and perky.
Yeah, yeah. They're saying hello to me.
Seriously. And seriously, yes. Not
Yeah, no,
seriously,
it's
not.
not.
Like, seriously,
Seriously,
yes. So we should just say goodnight for now.
Yes. Good night.
Good night.
And sweet dreams.
Sweet dreams. What time? Well, it depends on what time.
Yeah.
So
And
good day. If it's
and we promise next time we'll have something.
next time. Let's have a guest.
Yeah, we'll do that.
We're gonna have a musical guest.
Or yes.
Yes.
Or some kind of guest.
We're gonna definitely have a
A
very interesting guest that can really, put a spin on this show, and we don't look so like. So until next time.
Let that raw, the real raw in us, so it.
Till next time, I'm Netto.
Yes, and I'm Daisy.
And thanks for listening to
Seriously Not.
Yay! Why are we clapping for ourselves? God, we're so
Nobody else is here.
We're so nervous.